I'm Rob Parnell, and this is Right Now. How to cure writer's block forever. Now, I've dealt with writer's block many times in my books and courses, but never put anything on video. So I thought it was about time. Here goes. Crisis? What crisis? First off, you need to deny that there's any such thing as writer's block, because the malady can only hurt you when you give it a name. Take away its name and you take away its power. Tell yourself, there is no such thing as writer's block. There is writing and not writing. Only writers have a name for something they're not doing. Think about the absurdity of builder's block or doctor's block or pilot's block. Claiming you suffer from an inability to write is basically stupid. Writing is like breathing. Something you learned to do a long time ago without thinking. So stop thinking about it and just do it. Stop, in the name of love. If you've run out of ideas or you're struggling over the next sentence, take a break. Pace around the garden. Do a quick stint at housework. Take a shower. Shift your mindset away from the block. You need to interrupt mental stagnation by doing something else. Stop thinking about the writing and give your mind the space to develop another way in. A short break will give you a new perspective. Focus on the ideas, then go back to your desk and put your thoughts on the screen. Everybody say word up. Play with words. Make a game of it. For instance, take two unrelated words from the dictionary and make a sentence out of them. Or make a list of prompts to pin on your wall. My first kiss, my best train ride, the last time I saw London, etc. When stuck, use your cues to kickstart your brain. Don't write, simply notate your thoughts. Or describe anything in your room. Describe someone you know from memory. Anything to get the images on the page. Don't think about the words. Think about the thing you're describing. The characteristics, the emotions evoked, the conclusions made. And put those impressions onto the screen. 'Twas a dark and stormy night. Honestly, every writer has been there before you. See how they made it through by taking a book and copying out a paragraph, word for word. Edit it. Try rephrasing some of the syntax, the clauses, the dialogue. When you do this, you're in another writer's mind. It's not so different from your own, is it? We writers, basically, we all live in the same place. Some of us, the more prolific, are simply better adjusted to the environment. They see the reality within and behind the words. So don't let the words get in the way. They're actually not important. What is important is relating the thoughts and impressions the words represent. Get past the words, leapfrog them to get to the images in your mind. And don't say you don't have any ideas, because your brain is full to the brim of them. And the more you write, the more you realize the truth of this phenomenon. You cannot be serious. There's nothing quite like reading something terrible to make you feel you could do better. Choose a dire paperback at random. Read and scoff. Then get back to your desk. Whatever you do, don't stop and think about the writing. Thinking about writing is not the same as writing. The only time I was ever blocked was around 15 years ago, when a writer friend of mine told me a story didn't make sense. It took me maybe a whole year to realize that no amount of wrestling with my inner demons was ever going to improve my story. I just had to sit down and fix it. More writing and more editing is the only way forward. Stop writing and you die a little, and your writing dies with you. I'll have what she's having. If you can't raise the enthusiasm to write, then fake it. Habit is king when it comes to writing. The more you do it, the easier it gets, because you lose the inhibitions created by lack of practice. Plus, when you spend 10 minutes writing, even if you're not really enjoying it at first, somehow the subconscious kicks in and begins to write for you. You've got to bypass the logical, rational mind, the critic, and go to the source of your creativity, the subconscious, that never-ending well of ideas that is always bursting for a means of expression. From childhood, we are taught to suppress our imagination. But as writers, we need to consciously become kids again. So let your inner mind run free and make mischief. take this and come back in a week. Here's the solution to writer's block that always works. Write it out. When you're blocked, tell the page, I'm blocked. Ask for guidance in writing. Work through your block on the screen, typing one painful word after the other, if necessary. Come on, brain. You've got to help me. What should I write now? Just one more line. That's all I need to get me back on track. Don't stop until the block has passed. Only stop when you feel you could write more. Always leave a little extra writing in reserve for the next time. Tomorrow. Whatever you do, don't wait for inspiration, because waiting doesn't work. And it's messing with your brain, giving it all the wrong messages about writing being some kind of special activity. It's not. Writing should be automatic to you, something you do like eating, breathing, or sleeping. Conclusion. Now, I hate to put a downer on stuff at this point, but if none of the above strategies work for you, then maybe you need to give up writing, or at least stop calling yourself a writer. Because, simply put, if you're not writing regularly, you're not really a writer, and perhaps you never will be. If you're permanently blocked, then you've just got to stop beating yourself up and just shut down that avenue. Admit you're not a writer. Now, does this idea scare you? It should, because at this point you have two choices. Stop now, for good, or go write something. Best of luck, my friend. I know you can do it. And keep writing.